really appreciate that. I want to make 3 very short points, which should be a relief to most of you, given I always speak for so long. The first, I want to say from the very bottom of my heart, I'm very glad that you've all come today. I really appreciate that. The second thing is I want to thank Zita and Drew, because if I'm going to go down, I want to go down singing. And that's the way I believe it should be. The third thing, I said this yesterday actually, on Sunday night I got a phone call from the Metro newspaper, and they said to me, was I ashamed of what I'd done, and have I brought shame on the anti-racist community? And my answer was really simple, no, I don't feel I've done that. Not at all. You see, I'm not a criminal. I didn't kick that cop in the bollocks, just for the record, and I ain't going to prison today for being a thief, a fraudster, like many bankers should be in prison right now. I ain't stole nobody's money, I ain't ripped off the poorest people in society. My only crime is that I refuse to bow down to fascism and the BNP and the EDL, and I will always stand shoulder to shoulder with anybody who wants to fight the BNP, and they will not, by even trying to silence me, they won't. That's my pledge today. They must not break the anti-fascist movement. What they're trying to do really is not so much about me. What they're trying to do is they're trying to separate the anti-fascist movement. They're trying to separate what they call the militant wing from the softer wing. They're trying to drive a wedge to say to people in the trade union movement and other communities, keep away from these people, they're violent criminals. And what we have to say is no crime to fight fascism, it's no crime to stand up against the EDL, and only good people make that stand, and so I apologise to nobody. I'm not ashamed of what I've done, and more importantly, although what I've done is nothing, absolutely nothing, it's a drop in the ocean compared to many others, I think it's something the anti-racist movement's always had to contend with. If you go back to the first black regiments in the American Civil War, those people who stood against and break slavery, the black soldiers who fought if they were captured were sent back to become slaves, and their white generals were shot. Facing 3 months imprisonment is nothing compared to that. It's nothing compared to those young black people and white people in Birmingham, Alabama in 1963 went in their thousands to jail to break the Jim Crow laws. So I stand in the best of company with Malcolm, with Martin and everyone else who fights injustice. I make no apology for that. I don't pretend I'm them, I don't pretend I'm some superhuman hero, but I am prepared to stand up for what I believe in. And more importantly, what I really believe in is that our job is half done. I think we broke the back of the BNP in May. I'm proud of what we did in Barking and Dagenham. I'm absolutely proud of what we did. Absolutely. And I think we're getting somewhere with the EDL. You see, we took a pasting in Bolton, but they were broken in Bolton and we've come back stronger. So next time they march, we'll be there again. We will never stop marching against these people. And so my last word is really a really simple one, and it's not about me, because I believe this is a test case today, because there are brothers and comrades of mine, dear friends of mine, who face much more serious charges than I do. At the moment right now, 15 officers of Unite Against Fascism are under some form of investigation or another. That's a disgrace. 15. Over 200 UAF members have been charged by the police over the last year. It's a disgrace. And so my view is very, very simple. We've got to stop this happening. We've got to stop them criminalising Wayman Bennett and Retta Moran from Manchester. They're charging them with conspiracy. It's 5 years in prison. 5 years for what? For organising Bolton. We should never let them do that to anybody in this movement. It will be an absolute massive travesty of justice if they are to get away with that. So once again, I want to thank you all very much for coming. I want to thank the speakers for speaking, because really whatever happens, it's made me more determined than ever to carry on this fight against racism and against fascism. It's one of the best things you can be. When you're a socialist like me, there's nothing better than just not about yourself. To fight for other people is far more important. If you're not a tribune of the oppressed, you're not for anybody. You've got to stand for something in life and never bend your knee to these people. I never bend my knee to no one. I always believe in standing up and defending yourself, and I'm glad to be with what I call the cream of the anti-fascist movement. So thank you for coming, and well, anyway, bye bye.